Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Over here, I read anonymous stories online. So if you like listening to anonymous stories, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more. So I was just 11 years old when this man started making sexual advances towards me. He must have been 29 by then, a very close and trusted friend of my parents. My mom had a drinking spot back then, and I used to help her serve after school and during weekends. There was this afternoon I was there alone and he came to buy some drinks. After he was done, he kissed me and left. I was so naive, I didn't even know what it meant. Fast forward, he one day asked my mom for some food and she sent me to take it to him. I got there and he asked me to take off my shirt for him to see something. I was hesitant, but he somehow convinced me and had his way. He told me not to inform anyone as it was our little secret. I was 12 by then. He was a teacher and he used to take me through some topics I had difficulties in. So I trusted him in a way. He continued these unspeakable acts whenever we were alone, and sometimes when there were people around, he would sneakily touch me in some places. He had carnal knowledge of me about 5 times before I turned 15. I went to SHS and decided to put an end to it. I refused to give in to his advances, but he never stopped. I went to college, graduated as a teacher, and after a few years of teaching, I was transferred to a school he was a head teacher at. I was married by then and I had a baby. I thought he would stop, but he still kept on touching me inappropriately. I went on and had a second child, but still. Now my issue is, I see him behaving with female students the way he used to behave with me in public, holding their hands and calling them pet names. I suspect he might be doing those things he did with me with them. I could get evidence against him very easily if I wanted, but his wife is a very good friend of mine. How do I go about this? I don't want to sit around and watch him defile the innocent girls, and it's annoying to see him cheating on his wife with one of my colleagues, and he still won't leave me alone. I got the story from Anonymous Confessions of Ghanaian Women. Actually, if you can get proof or something to show his wife, why not? Because if maybe she doesn't know she's still with him, if she knew, she even had a choice to decide whether that's what she wants to stay with, rather than she not knowing. Like, now put yourself in her shoes. If you were in her shoes, would you want someone to tell you what was going on behind your back? And you're way too grown. I mean, I get the fact that because of the abuse, it has made you your ability to resist is a bit down, but you're a grown-ass woman now and you should not be tolerating such from him. He took advantage of you when you were a kid, but now you are way too grown to stand there and just watch him do shit. Do you get it? And when you notice he's doing such with those young girls, like, you can call them aside or something. Like, just whatever you can do to her, please do, because by now someone is also there, and if he has done it to you, he has done it to a lot of people before, and he needs to be stopped. That's disgusting. Have I been cursed by the gods? When I was a young girl, my parents and I visited my hometown for the annual festival. During our week-long stay, my cousins and I used to go to the stream to fetch water for the house. I was in my teen years, full of exuberance, and I had taken on the Christianity thing very seriously. I would quote scriptures anytime they said something I felt contravened with the scripture I knew. On one of the days, my cousin Ife told me that there was a special tree that was a bearer of doom, that anyone who plucked its leaves or cut any of its branches would be barren or struggle to have children. Little child like me, I was quick to quote the scripture that it was God that gave children, and that no dwarfery could stop my productivity as a woman if he wasn't going to give up on what he believed. We argued so hard that I walked straight to the tree and kicked it, making some of the leaf come off. Nothing happened to me. I didn't fall sick or experience any strange things like they said I would experience. The God I believed in was bigger than the tree. Fast forward into the future. I've been married for 3 years now. I'm beginning to think I've been cursed by the dwarfery. I conceived a month after our marriage, but the baby couldn't stay. I lost it in the 4th month. The doctors couldn't tell what caused it. Ever since then, I've not been able to conceive. My cycle is regular. My husband is medically sound and we've been to some of the best hospitals in the city. From all the reports, we are medically capable. I am beginning to think the Dwarf 3 incident may be the cause of my inability to conceive. I don't know if I should tell my partner or not. I am not even sure how he will take it. I secretly asked my cousin Ife about possible remedies, and she mentioned that I have to visit the village shrine with hair follicles from my private part and that of my husband. It's getting complicated now. Please, what do I do? Should I ask my husband for the hair or secretly pick some after he shaves? What if he finds out? I need children. The pressure is beginning to mount on me to conceive. Someone please advise. The story is from Anonymous Confessions of Ghanaian Women. Okay, so you were just a child and it's understandable you were just trying to prove your faith. I think with this case, you shouldn't just, like how when they said it, you just went ahead and kicked the tree. You were a kid, that's fine. But now you are grown, so I think you should approach the matter differently because, what can I say? You need to speak to the right people to help you go there. And I saw a comment where somebody was saying, you know, just forget about it, continue to have faith in God. That is true. But like when you poke at something sometimes, it's not that you don't believe in God, but when you poke at something sometimes, you just get the results of that thing. You were a kid. How would you were just trying to. So I kind of understand that aspect. But now that you are grown, do not take your husband's hair without informing him before you go and do another kalebule, and this time you add him along. Speak to him, speak to grown-ups that can actually help you resolve this issue. Because it may look like it's nothing, but it would appease your mind to at least go, and if it's apologies you have to render, you render. That doesn't mean you don't believe in God though, but that kick might have been disrespectful if the 3 is actually what the 3 is. So you would just have to apologize, pray to God, and just move on. It wouldn't take anything from you. It wouldn't show you don't believe in God or anything. But do not take your husband's hair without telling him. Like, you are not entitled to somebody's hair. Yeah. I was secretly in love and sleeping with a married man for a few months. His wife found out and she left him. Things ended between them. He never officially asked me to be his girlfriend, but we've been together ever since 2 years ago. He won't post me on social media and won't introduce me to the people closest to him. He calls me his friend around other people, but he will tell me he loves me all the time behind closed doors. We spend a lot of time together, buys me gifts, basically the entire girlfriend treatment. He said the divorce changed him and he just wants to be more private about his life. He said he doesn't love or care about her anymore. He said he wanted her to find out because she was so toxic and he wanted to get rid of her. One time he even said that he hated her because she ruined his life for putting him on child support. She took everything and left him financially ruined. When he was with his wife, he was very public about her. He's my co-worker, so I knew her and was her friend on social media. I even went to their baby shower and we even went on double dates with my ex-boyfriend. Recently, he heard that his ex-wife has moved on. She's in a new relationship. Since he heard the news, he's been visibly upset. I caught him crying to himself and have been drinking a lot every night. Is this a lost cause for me? Hey, so you were her friend, husband snatcher. You were her friend, you befriended her all in the name of snatching. What is this? He clearly doesn't like you, so he's hiding you. He's ashamed for people to know about you. He used to post there, but he can't post you. He doesn't even post you. If he does it once in a while, you can say, okay, fine, he's being a little bit more private. He's basically hiding you in front of people. He's calling so you a disgrace and an embarrassment to him, and you yourself should be ashamed of yourself. You go and people are shy of you. People are they will tell you behind closed doors that they love you, and then in front of people they say you are their friend. That's sad, very sad. Guys, thank you for watching this video. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment for more, and see you in my next upload.